We're back here on YouTube live for the first time in a little while. We're on MLB The Show with the White Sox rebuild. I know we stopped for a very long time. I'm going to be very rusty at this game because I haven't played in like over a month. Wilson Montgomery is hurt. Gabriel Arias is hurt. And now I believe that's one player that is no longer on the roster. In place, Sosa is also injured. Chase Mydroth maybe might be the guy. How's Vargas? Vargas is still doing really good at AAA. Might just call him back up. Ryan Ramos has been terrible down there. Ryan Burrows stinks. Tristan Gray stinks. Jolks can technically play the infield, so we could call up like a Dominic Fletcher. Braden Montgomery's been awful. Terrell Tatum's not been particularly good. But yeah, I think the call here, Caratini is also on the IL. We have Marchand up right now. Do we call up like Corey Lee and Thias becomes a player? I think we might just run the three catchers, or we call Vargas back up. Edgar Caro has also not been terrible down there. I guess against righties we can throw Lee out there. Throw Jolks maybe. Yeah, I think Jolks has been very not great in our SR guy against lefties, but he can play against righties. Just let him go. Against lefties here, things seem just fine. Nothing's really going to change. As for the pitching rotation, Martin has still been very solid, even though we've given him no run support. Another, middling year from him. Thorpe has been terrible. Wilson has been so god-awful. Cannon has been amazing for some strange reason. And then Hagen Smith has been bad. Prelander's been bad out of the bullpen. Jake Cousins is really good for some reason. Tyler Rogers has been, decent. Joel Kunel has been terrible in his time up. Puck has been awful. Shelby's been really good. Penn Murphy's been solid, and then Hunter Gaddis has been a very good closer for us. Puck is playing a ton, and he's not playing well. And I kind of want to even throw him in the rotation because he's not a good player. Just something to shake it up. Right now, I think we'll keep things how they are. Just keep on playing. Felix Bautista is a Yankee. Very interesting. Just going to keep on going. AJ Puck is out for 1 to 2 weeks. Lennon Sosa, we're going to keep on the IL. And here we're Hayden Cantrell. Yeah, I would like to stop simulating. We're going to call up another pitcher. Jairo Iriarte is probably the go here. He was terrible, though. 10 starts, 36 innings. This guy gave us a 7 ERA, -1 WAR. After being super promising last year for us, I think he's probably the call. Grant Taylor looks very good down there. Schultz has been struggling. Juan Corella has been good. As for relievers, Greg Knapp has been insane down there. Steven Wilson is probably a guy we could call back up. Justin Anderson is a guy we could call back up. Cam Boozer's been kind of bad. And then Anoli Paredes has not been crazy good either. Joel Kuhnel's been better. I think the play is Jairo Iriarte. Jairo's coming back to the bigs. We need better long reliever / starting pitcher depth. So we're going to move Freelander back to the middle. Have Jairo as our guy. Right now we don't have any lefties, though. So that might be an issue. Because Knapp is a righty, Wilson's a righty, Anderson is a righty. I know Boozer is a lefty. Grant Taylor. Yeah, we're just going to run all righties right now in the bullpen. It's not what I want to do, but it's... Kyle Teal is back. We'll probably keep him on. Actually, no, they want to bring him back. I think he's probably just going to go down, to be honest. He's terrible. Yeah, send him down to AAA, send him on a rehab assignment of sorts. Let him do Chris Paddock, Kyle Teal. All right, runners at the corners. My first gameplay of MLB The Show in over a month, so do not be surprised if I suck, but so does this team. So it'll be just add to the realism. Here's Mark Canha, the center fielder who's batting 193, by the way.
Mark Canha.
Emmanuel Clase is the pitcher, which does not make things any better. Oh, God. I'm so bad at this game.
No balls, 1 strike.
Canha hitting 208 with runners in scoring position. Here he hits this one. High and deep to right center. And we're going to tag up here. We'll score 1 run. So it's a sac fly for Canha. Canha or Canha? I actually have no idea. Either way, we're within 1 now, but down to our final out. The winning run comes to the plate in the hands of Corey Julks. We are against a righty, so I wouldn't mind pinch hitting here with like a Luis Robert. Yeah, I think this is the kind of situation where you put in Luis, try and win this game. On his off day, Luis Robert comes in, and he first pitch swinging. It's gonna be caught. Thought it was gonna get down for a second, but the Guardians do get the win. 5-4 in a scare. Jonathan Cannon gets lit up finally after being weirdly lights out for the beginning of this season. After probably being our worst player last year. They lose again. They lose again. Here we're against the Rangers. Brooks Baldwin is hurt. We're going to put him on the IL. We're going to stop simulating. Just taking a look at the team right now, offensively, Victor Caratini was amazing. Before he got hurt, he's still out for 1 to 2 weeks. Bias, 32 ABs, hasn't been great. Lee, 93 ABs, has been so god-awful. Marchand, in 65 ABs, has been one of the worst hitters in baseball. Down to AAA. First baseman, Vaughn. You know, he's been good, better than last year, actually. Not terrible. And then Gabriel Arias was, so god-awful in 81 ABs before he got hurt. 31 ABs, Sosa was so terrible. Vargas actually got 42 ABs and was not bad. Senzel, 118 ABs, he does what he does. He's a good hitter against lefties, can't hit righties. That's fine. Jamal Whaley, first-round pick, 99 potential. He's playing good for an 18-year-old, I'd say. Playing 3 different positions. We know how good he was on opening day with the 2 home run game in his MLB debut. We've gotten 623 at-bats at the big league level from Colson Montgomery, and they just have not been good. He is a defensive first shortstop. Brooks Baldwin, 178 ABs. He was not good. No home runs. Our team just stinks. Nick Maton is just doing Nick Maton things where he's the DH. 732 OPS, which is one of the better ones on our team. Cannot field worth anything. But, he's having kind of a career season, to be honest. Conforto, back from injury, and he's been really good. He was on a cold streak. Julks has not been particularly great, but things could be worse. Luis Robert Jr. has not been good for the 2nd year in a row. This guy stinks. 86 this guy just is not good. He's a defensive center fielder. Dominic Fletcher didn't play. I don't know why I clicked on him. Burleson has probably been our best hitter. 275, 421, 770 in 83 games. He's been an absolute unit for us. Not a great fielder when he does field, but ideally he's a DH. Hana's been terrible. 123 at-bats. No home runs. 527 OPS. My goodness. Negative 1.1 WAR. Good lord. Might want to sign a free agent. There's nobody else good worth the money. Rob Refsnyder. Do I want to sign him? He hits lefties well. I don't know if we need that. Yeah. Randall Grichuk, same thing. Hits lefties. You might hit righties like Jason Hayward does. But yeah, we're just going to roll with what we got. We do have to call up somebody. I think it's going to be Kyle Teal. Teal is coming back to the bigs, 99 ABs. He was pretty god-awful for us. Didn't even get a home run, but, you know, he hits righties decently well. So we're going to throw him in there. He is going to be the everyday right fielder. Maton goes to second. Burleson is the DH. And then Teal bats ninth. Yep, Teal's going to bat ninth. I think Conforto and Vaughn can switch, so the lineup's a little more balanced out. Against lefties, we will throw. We'll keep Burleson out. Actually, we need a catcher. We need a catcher against lefties. Probably gonna be. Actually, it's gonna be Teal. Teal's gonna be the catcher against lefties. He'll bat ninth. And yeah, that's that. Pitching rotation. Martin's been really good lately, but then everyone else kind of stinks. Cannon just got lit up. Iriarte. I wish some of these other guys could start other than Puck and Baroa. But everybody else in the bullpen's been pretty good. We're going to keep on simming here. Victor Caratini is back. He's going to be out for a few more days. Chris Paddock is back. Lennon Sosa is back. This random minor leaguers are back. This is amazing. What pitcher is going to go down? Paddock is back. The guy we just paid big money. I think Hyro, right? Hyro's got to go down. I know Hagen Smith hasn't been particularly good. He could use another stint in the minors. You know, we could send Joel. Actually, Joel's been lights out lately. Yeah, I think Hyro's going right back to AAA. He's only 24. He still has a lot to learn. He's B potential as well. We want to make sure he develops. Hyro's going to go down. And then for batters, I think Corey Lee is just going to go right back down to AAA. And then we're going to call Lennon Sosa up as well. So against righties, this stays the lineup. Against lefties, I want Sosa back in. Over Robert. That sounds insane, but he's not playing well. He just stinks against lefties. Yeah, all these guys other than Teal. Yeah, I think Sosa comes in. He plays third, he plays short. Yeah, we'll throw Sosa over there at first. And then put Jolks out in center. That seems fine. Yeah, that'll work. And then Lennon Sosa is like not the leadoff hitter. Maybe Senzel is the leadoff man. And the lineup looks something like this. That's fine. And then Caratini should be back in like a day. Bases loaded opportunity for us. We stink at everything. 29th in runs, 29th in runs allowed, 28th in ERA, 27th in on base. The only thing we're above average at is stolen bases. Here's Nick Maton, who's one of our only hitters that's average. Bases jacked for Maton, and I'm bad at this game because I haven't played in forever. I feel like Maton switches his number every week. Number 0 now. Gosh, I'm so bad. I've not played in forever. Good timing, but way under it. Fouled away, 0-2. Swing, a miss. Down goes Nick Maton. The gameplay today is not going to be very fun to watch, guys. We lose this one to the Twins. Jake Cousins gets absolutely lit up. A third of an inning, 3 runs. Griffin Jax already has 33 saves, and it's July. My goodness. Yeah, I guess we go to the draft. Skip and go to draft. All right, so here with the MLB draft, we pick third. Number 1 pick is Mr. Reach by the Mets. Then at number 2, the Rockies take a pitcher, Brett Reese. Yeah, he's kind of the clear and obvious number 1 for MLB. We had him at number 2, which means our number 1 guy is still on the board, Johnny Waylock, the right fielder. And I think that's obviously who we want. Yeah, I think we're going to grab Johnny Waylock. He's at least going to be an 80 potential guy. Pair him with Jamal Whaley, and we have an insane young core. Let's send to our next pick. Take a look at starting pitchers. And Gerald Ferris is a crazy talent, and we like him as well. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here with our second pick and take Gerald Ferris. He could be terrible, but he could also be insane. Going to our next pick. We have do all, and then we'll scouted. What we scouted? Like nobody. I could do some infielders. You know, let's take Garrett Bike. He's pretty far off. He's pretty raw, but he could also be insane potential if we get a good player. Carlos Marine is just too good to pass up on. Give me that immediately after that. Here, I'm going to go right back to starting pitching, or maybe even relief pitching. Phil Kingman just looks like the best player available. We'll draft him. Nice glove. Next pick here, we're going to go probably just best player available, which there aren't many good players available. I'll take Ethan Flutie because he's insanely raw. Like, at best, he's a 49 overall, but he does have the potential to be a 99. We'll take him. And that's going to be it for our draft. Here we got a chance. The big man, Jamal Whaley at the plate. And by big, I mean 5'7". But he also had 2 perfect home runs on opening day. Now, is he going to have one here? Probably not, because I'm really sucky at this game right now. But here's Whaley. Good take. Cutter outside to the guy who immediately when we drafted him at 18 years old became the best player on his team, broke camp with us, and on opening day hit 2 home runs. Whaley hits that one sharply to shortstop. He is going to be retired at first base. It was well struck, though. Game remains tied going through the middle of the 8th. We will win the game. Phil Maton with a go-ahead bomb off Griffin Jax. As Penn Murphy goes 2 innings out of relief, Hunter Gaddis picks up the save. And we win a game here in mid-July. We're going to skip the home run derby. Yep, and then we're just going to go right to the next day. Auto-utilize. Puck is back. Caratini is back. Yes. We're going to take a look at the All-Star voting. Interesting to see my guy Spencer Arrighetti here. Crochet, Bradish, Fetty, and Ryan. Not really big surprises. Sasaki, Otani, Zach Littell is here. He's been just really good these past 2 years. Hunter Green, Logan Webb. Relievers, John Curtis at age 32 makes the team with Arizona. James MacArthur for Kansas City, 73 overall. Closing pitchers, it's Ryan Walker, Edwin Diaz, Porter Hodge, Joel Payamps, Diego Castillo for some reason, Jojo Romero, and then in the American, Lucetta, Miller, Joyce, Clase, Rasmussen, and Batista. Catchers, it's Rutschman, Wells, and Raleigh. And in the National, it's Contreras, Herrera, and Gary Sanchez for some reason. First base is Walker, and Vaughn makes it. Andrew Vaughn's an all-star. Probably our only one, I guess. National, it's Harper, and Juan Yepes makes it with 18 homers. Second base, it's Edmundo Sosa, who's been amazing. Jake Cronenworth, only our Sosa could play that well. Sometimes they're just weird all-stars like Colt Keith. Morby, Emmanuel Rivera. Like, why are these guys all-stars? Ellie De La Cruz is here. It makes sense. Ozuna, Yelich, Alvarez, Kwan, Raleigh Perez is an interesting one. At 19 years old, he makes the list. I guess Jamal Whaley, who? Schwarber has 23 bombs at the break. Michael Harris is here, Buxton and J-Rod, and then Soto, Acuna, Carroll, Tucker. And here we have Brent Rucker. Mr. Matt Bias down? Or Teal? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need to send a pitcher down, actually. We have, Martin has been good. Thorpe has not been good. Burrow has been bad. Cannon has been... What is Burrow's fifth looking like? Because I feel like he's just been a bad player this year. I think we might send Freelander down. A lot of good youngsters. Juan Carrella. Juan Carrella could easily be a call-up. Miller, Cousins, Murphy. Puck has been bad. We knew that already. And Joel, I think Joel's going to go down. No, we're going to send Freelander down. Freelander Burrow is going down to AAA. Puck has returned. Jonathan Cannon is going to stay in the rotation over Drew Thorpe. And the rotation is going to become Paddock, Martin, Wilson, Cannon, and Smith. Long reliever is Thorpe. And then Puck is a middle reliever. Miller and Murphy are set up now. We'll just keep on rolling. We win a game. Brooks Baldwin is back. Do we want to just send him down is the question. Like who... Caratini becomes the guy here as expected. And then here he's also the guy. That makes sense. Moving way up in the lineup. Maton over Baldwin here. Yeah, I think Brooks Baldwin's going to go down. Yeah, Brooks Baldwin's going to AAA. Take him out here, throw in Maton. Because we know he's better. Vaughn was an all-star. Conforto's been better. Whaley's been really cold. We know Robert just sucks. We're going to sign draft picks. Priority number 1 is Johnny Waylock. We're going to sign Gerald Ferris right here and now. He doesn't like it just yet. We're also going to sign Carlos Marine. At least start working on that. Jake Cousins is hurt. Phil Maton is hurt. Or Nick Maton. I keep saying Phil because that's his brother. How long is Jake Cousins hurt? 1 to 6 days. That's fine. So Nick Maton's hurt. Guess who comes right back up? It's Brooks Baldwin. In the lineups, we add Baldwin, or no, Bias? Is Bias? No. Certainly. Yeah, no, it's going to be just Baldwin. Baldwin is going to be the new second baseman. And we'll hit him, like, way down in the lineup, hit him 9th. Teal has been not great, but that's fine. Here, we will, against lefties, I think we just throw Robert back out there. Yeah, Luis Robert Jr. is back out there. We're going to let Senzel DH, probably. Yeah, Senzel's the leadoff hitter. He's DHing. Robert's going to lead off. Senzel will DH. Robert is also going to play out in center. So Jolks can play third. Sosa at second. Here's a good lineup, I feel like. And that's going to be it. Pitching rotation is still the same as it was. All is good. All is well. Sim keeps Sim into the trade deadline. Jonathan Cannon is hurt. Jake Cousins is back. We'll call up another player. Jairo Iriarte seems like a very solid pick for that. We'll throw Thorpe back in the rotation. Hagen Smith will go today. Come sign picks. Gerald Farris. 2.75 mil should be plenty. He does accept. I'm going to go Garrett Byatt. So all position players on our thing. We continue onward. I didn't mean to enter this game, but I suppose I am. We're up 20. We are 29th in runs allowed, 28th in runs scored. Allen to bunt. Jelks fires to first, and he gets the out. It does advance the runners.
Now batting catcher Alejandro Kirk.
A.J. Puck is the pitcher. Kirk pops it up. Puck calls it off, or maybe Teal does. I don't know. Looks like Teal's got it. And so Teal's going to put it away. Here's Davis Schneider. Swing and a miss from Schneider. He's way ahead of the slider that paints the corner. Now the sweeper gets him early. Let's go to Splitter. Kind of hung that one, but it's fouled away. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. A.J. Puck gets all three outs. And the White Sox remain in the lead. We do get the win in the rain. Clayton Kershaw pitching for the Blue Jays. Hagen Smith with a decent enough outing. And Hunter Gaddis with the save. We lose. We lose. We're going to sign draft picks today. Except nobody's motivated enough yet. We'll go to trade block. Luis Garcia Jr., Luzardo Leclerc, Outman. James Outman on the block. I'm willing to make a trade here. What can we get done? Grant Taylor, Cesar Freitas, Edgar Caro, Hayden Smith, Drew Thorpe, Isaac Heath. So it's going to take the Grant Taylor. Yeah, can I give you like Kai Bush instead? Yeah, I could totally do that. Peyton Palante. Yeah, I'll give you Kai Bush. I'll give you like some bum center fielder. Take Jacob Burke. That's a done deal. Alright, we just got James Outman added to the squad, which means we can probably get rid of like a Michael Conforto. Yeah, I think Conforto is probably going to be a guy we look to sell off for prospects. Oh, Guardians won him. We're going to make it in division deal for Travis Bazzana. No, I'm joking. Still have Josh Rojas. He still sucks. I want to do a pitching prospect. Joey Cantillo wouldn't be a bad get. Slade. They have so many, like, just pitching prospects. Parker Messick. Logan Allen. Braylon Doty, even. Oh, Will Dion. You give me Angel Martinez. If I throw in like one of my catchers. Like technically, if I gave you Thias, would you do that? If I gave you Corey Lee. I could get Angel Martinez. And then, like, I just throw in this guy. Boom, done deal. So it even got to be Corey Lee. Could it be Marchand? Yeah, you're definitely interested in making that deal. Do I even have to add my reliever? I think I do. Okay. This is a done deal. We can get Angel Martinez. We could possibly get another player like Onyx Vega. Yeah, this is a done deal. Michael Porter was gone. We add a young prospect in Angel Martinez. I don't think he's going to be a day one, like, he's not going to be on the roster right now, but he's playing really well down in AAA. Another guy I probably want to get rid of is Bryce Wilson. MLB ready players I could get for Bryce Wilson. You know, even just all players I could get for Bryce Wilson. And you're willing to give me Judd Fabian and Yenier Cano? Keegan, yeah, can I get, all right, Baltimore, could I get Hudson Haskin? How do I get Hudson Haskin and Yenier Cano? Yeah, that's a done deal. Like, I'm doing that. Boom. We just got better, I think. Hyro, I mean, obviously, I think Hyro can come into rotation. Puck is the new long reliever, which he can do. And then Yenier Cano is like our setup or even closer. We use Shelby and Yenier as our setups. Ken Murphy in the middle with Joel Kuhnel, Tyler Rogers, and Jake Cousins. This is a decent, like, this is a team that just got better. We just need better starting pitching. Like, I'd like to get more out of Paddock because I paid him a lot. And I've gotten 10 starts, 47 innings out of him of just one-win player. He's been better, like, with the fifth. I'll view the trading block again. Like, see here if they've got anybody. Kobe Mayo. Oh, Bryce Elder. Really? Bryce Elder. I feel like that's a no-brainer, right? Go grab Bryce Elder. Go grab Jared Triolo. I don't really want that. Salvi. I mean, I'll trade for Salvador Perez for the rest of this year, but we have really good catching depth. So that would be kind of stupid to do. Henry Davis is here, former #1 pick. Another catcher. Randy Dobnak still exists. Joe Mantiply is an interesting piece. Diego Cartaya still exists. Joey Loperfido. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Who did I just? Who was I just? Oh, Bryce Elder from the Braves. Yeah, Braves have Strider, Lopez, Schwellenbach. Strider, Lopez, Schwellenbach, Grant Holmes, and then Chris Sale, and then Waldrop, and then it's Elder. Yeah, let me get Elder, and I'll give you one Shelby Miller. He's been really good this year. Paid him $5 million though. I feel like maybe I'd rather give up Tyler Rogers. They're both good players. Puck, I part ways with Puck. Like, he's 30, he's been bad. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a good deal. Greg Knapp, maybe. Add, like, yeah, the Braves get Puck, and then we'll add, like, Corey Lee. Another catcher, we get rid of both Lee and Marchand. Maybe we can just get this done with, like, somebody else. Mydroth gets it done. I can't throw. I'm willing to do Mydroth. Yeah, this is a done deal. Puck and Mydroth for Elder. So we get rid of AJ Puck, not something I thought we would do, because he's like our lefty, but we got Hagen Smith, always move him to the pen, which I think is what we're going to do, actually. Just in the thing that we would have a lefty in the pen. Hagen's our long reliever. Elder becomes starting pitcher number 3. And so we get Elder, who was like a former Brave. We traded away Bryce Wilson, who was a former Brave. Yeah, this is an interesting team. Very interesting team. It says we have Hudson Haskin on the roster. I'm not opposed to that. I mean, he kind of hits bombs. Yeah, let's have Hudson Haskin as our new everyday left fielder. Maybe, or no, Outman. We have Outman. Never mind. Outman's injured, though. Put him on the IL. How long is he out? 1 to 6 days. We'll just throw Outman in the lineup anyways. Outman's the center fielder. Robert's in right. Teal goes to left. I feel like that's a pretty good defensive outfield. And, like, actually, we could make it even better. The one question is, like, who we do need to send somebody down. Probably just asking. Or no, it's freaking Baldwin. Baldwin goes down. And then we can have, like, Sosa. Sosa bats 9th and is the second baseman. That's fine. Outman seems like a solid new, like, number 2 hitter. Whaley moves down to number 3 because we know he's got some pop. Burleson bats 4th. Vaughn bats 5th. Caratini 6th, who's been great for us. And then we round out the lineup with Jolts, who's been hot, and then Teal, and then Sosa, who we want to see get hot. Against lefties, Outman is not as good. Not as good as Haskin. So Haskin becomes the guy in left for us against lefties. Hit Caratini. I'll hit Senzel 3rd. So it's Robert, Whaley, Senzel, Vaughn, Caratini, Sosa, Jolks, Haskin, and Canna. Against lefties, that's fine. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. That's going to be it all of our deals for the deadline. Here's the new team. And we stink, by the way. We're really bad.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Robert
Luis
Jr., who's been
Robert
terrible this
Jr.
season. 642 OPS. Jason Foley on the mound. We're down by a run here where we were on opening day, where both Robert and Whaley had a pair of home runs. Robert smacks that one, but it's going to be foul. 0-1. Like I said, on opening day, we played this game, and both Luis Robert Jr. and Jamal Whaley in his debut had 2 home run games. Swing and a miss. We swing right through the slider because I'm bad.
0-2.
I'm so rusty. 0-2 to Luis Robert Jr. Fouls away the slider down below. Count remains 0-2. There's a good take. 1-2 to Robert, the leadoff hitter who's been terrible for each of the past 3 seasons. However, this guy has the ceiling of, its ceiling's crazy with him. There's ball 2, 2-2. Foley's 4th offering misses. And now the count is even. Runner on second, runner on first, nobody out. The White Sox are down by a run. Above. Holy cow, over the head of the second baseman. And instead of what probably would be a double play, we know Robert is a speedy guy, so he'd be a tough get. But it's an error that scores a run unearned against Foley. And now with nobody out and runners on second and third, Corey Julks comes to the plate. Julks on the ground, back to first. And the runner retreats. It's a free out. Nobody advances. Here comes Burleson.
Designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
And they're going to intentionally walk the best batter on the team to load the bases with just 1 out.
Now batting.
And A.J. Hinch is also going to go to the bullpen.
Now pitching for the Tigers.
Tyler Holton pitching to Jamal Whaley, who had another solo home run. He just crushes the Tigers. Bases jacked for Whaley, who's batting 4th for some reason today. And he's out in front of that one. 0-1. Big cut by Jamal, the 18-year-old phenom. And Whaley fouls that one away. Quickly behind in the count 0-2. Whaley has played 3 different positions this year, primarily short and then mainly third. Good take.
One ball.
But we know he's good defensively at this young of an age, and the bat's going to come, that's for sure. 760 OPS this season. Here he just gets a piece of the sinker way outside the zone. He was early on it. 1-2. Holton pitching to Whaley, the Tiger Killer. And he pops this one foul. 1-2. The 5th offering of the AB. Way outside. Good take by Whaley.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2. Holton will deliver his 7th pitch of the at-bat. What a... Oh my gosh. The cutter paints the top inside corner. Whaley doesn't like it. And it's going to be an out. Base is jacked now for Andrew Vaughn, the team's only all-star this year. Vaughn's not that good, don't get it twisted. There's a good take. That one certainly caught the edge. It doesn't get the pole this time. Whaley's pitch did, and it certainly was a strike. He was taken all the way. 1-0 to Vaughn. He hits this one well into center field. It's going to stay in the ballpark, though, and this game's going to be a tie. So second and third, nobody out, turns into no runs. And now here in the top of the 10th, the Sox can do something. Same part of the order. First and second, here's Julks. Corey's 1 for 4. Against a right-handed pitcher is not ideal. Here he fouls that one away. See what kind of substitutions we're looking at. Victor Caratini. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Here comes Victor Caratini, who's leading the months, though. But the free agent signing's batting .315. Caratini fouls it away. Had a good year with the Astros last year, but this year he's been one of our best players. 0-2 to Victor. Good take. Inside 96 from Will Vest. The closer, pitching in the top of the 10th. Caratini digs in. 1-2. Good take.
2-2.
Way upstairs. 2-2 now. You got a speedster on first, but a slow guy on second. Caratini pops it up on the infield. That's not what you like to see.
Batter's out.
And it's going to be an out put away by the shortstop. He was just way under it. And
Now
that's
batting,
2 away
the
here in the top of the
designated
10th.
hitter,
Alec Burleson digs in. Burleson's 1 for 3 with a single. He's the best pure hitter on the team. Way out front of it, and the first baseman picks it up, steps on the bag, and Burleson is retired. And looks like Shelby Miller is working. 20 pitches through. We will warm Hunter Gaddis. 1 away, runner on first and second. Here's Spencer Torkelson, former first overall pick. Torque fouls it away. It's quickly 0-1. Miller pitching to a former teammate of his. Swing and a foul ball from Torkelson. It's 0-2 from Shelby Miller. Torkelson swings at that one. Strike 3. Shelby Miller is 1 out away from prolonging this game in extra innings. Here's Vierling, the utility man. Takes strike 1. Good call. That one did barely catch the zone. Splitter upstairs, misses. It's 1-1. Miller, 25 pitches in, a former starter. He hasn't gone this deep into a game in several weeks. This is Miller's last batter. And it's flied into right field. Here comes Robert. He'll get under it. And that's the end of the 10th. No score in the 10th inning. We go to the 11th, tied at 2. And we're pitching. Yenier Cano on the mound. Bottom of the 12th. Still 2-2. Here's Riley Green. He takes ball 1. That was close. Cano, a deadline get for the Sox. Been a very good pitcher for the Orioles for a long time. 1-1 from Cano to Green, one of the best players in baseball. He skies that one a mile foul. Here on City Connect tonight. We're still playing in the 12th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Riley Green goes down swinging. And now here's Kerry Carpenter, who's 0 for 4.
Kerry Carpenter.
Oh my God, that one is rocketed. This game's over. The Tigers are going to win it. Carpenter with a walk-off into the gap. Robert couldn't get to it fast enough. And the Sox lose another one. Yenier Cano takes the L. Will Vest, the closer, goes 2 2/3 of no hit, no walk, 4 strikeout baseball. Today we're going to sign draft picks. We should have plenty of guys to sign. Johnny Waylock, we're going to give him whatever he needs. How about 9.1 million? Offer declined. Huh. All right, Garrett Bayek. Offer also declined. So people don't love me enough. We're going to continue going on. We lose to the Diamondbacks. James Outman is back. Nick Maton's back. And we're also going to send somebody down. I think it's going to be old Hudson Haskin. Going to AAA. Nick Maton returns to the lineup. He will hit 7th. Here he will be in left. I suppose left field is he'll be DH, and then we'll have Senzel at second. No, Senzel at third, Sosa at second, Schultz in left. And Maton, we're back 6th. It's a pretty good lineup. How the pitchers doing? Paddock's been bad. Martin's been good. Elder's been fine. Thorpe has been awful. Iriarte's still been bad, but better than recent. And then the rest of the bullpen's been very good. All right, here we are, down 1-0. Andrew Vaughn with a runner on second. We have a negative 132 run differential. Vaughn, our all-star, threatening to dip his OPS below 700. Ryan Thompson pitching to Vaughn. Trying to think if we've even gotten a hit yet in this episode. Vaughn hits that one. It's going to be a base knock. It wasn't pretty. We'll wave the runner home. He will be safe at home plate. And it's an RBI single for Vaughn. Burleson goes from second to home. Here's Caratini, who's 0 for 3. Oh, checks his swing. That one was right in the strike zone. He should have swung. Batting average of .311, .810 OPS in limited time this year for Caratini. He has been limited due to injury. When he's played, he's been excellent. Good take. That one just an inch below where it was last pitch, and that's the difference between a strike and a ball in this league. 1-1. Victor, 0 for 3, as we said. And he rips that one right to shortstop. That one was absolutely pulverized. Heads-up play there by the shortstop. Perfect from Caratini. And, of course, the only perfect I'll hit today is an out. And there he just throws absolute witchcraft right down the middle.
No ball. 1 strike.
Maton waves and misses. Ryan Thompson trying to get out of the inning here, but we did tie the game. Good take. 1-1. Maton has been one of our better hitters this season. Not a good fielder. That's why he's DHing. Good take. 2-1 to Maton. Nick Maton, number 0. Shortstop today. Usually he's not, but I guess Whaley's getting the day off. Fouls away the sinker. Count is now even at 2-2. Vaughn aboard on first. Maton at the plate. 2-2. Swing and a miss. The stupid slider. Absolute witchcraft making Maton look stupid. And now we go to the 9th. Hunter Gaddis is... Alright, pitching to Drew Jones. 2 outs. Runner on third. Gaddis. Absolute witchcraft, 97 miles an hour. That one's called a strike. I don't know if any of that baseball was touching the zone. But I sure as heck am not going to ask questions. Oh my goodness, that was ripped. That's going to be a score. And we're digging for second. That one is way off target. So Drew Jones with a double off Hunter Gaddis here in the 9th. Puts the Sox in the lead. Here's Corbin Carroll, top of the order, but not intentionally walking. Hunter Gaddis pitches it right down the pipe. Gaddis getting tired after 10 pitches. A very closer thing to happen. Throwing a meatball right down the middle. Oh my goodness! Heads up play by Senzel. That was a foul ball anyways, but it was absolutely torched. But Drew Jones gets the go-ahead RBI. And we're going to finish playing this game. Hunter Harvey in to close it out for the D-backs. Here's Lennon Sosa, who has a .341 OPS this season.
Number 56, Hunter Harvey.
Good take by Sosa, who's been so god-awful this year, I actually can't have him hitting against a righty. Sosa's going to come out. Outman's going to come in. Here comes James Outman, pinch hitter. Acquired at the deadline from the Dodgers. Outman hits that one high into left field. The problem is, wasn't well struck. So it'll stay in the ballpark, and it's put away by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Outman retired on 1 pitch. Here comes Corey Julks. Julks is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, 99 miles an hour. Julks was way under it and way late. Here's Harvey to deliver his 4th pitch of the outing. Good take by Julks, 97 miles an hour. About half a foot outside the zone. Jolts. But didn't sit back on the splitter enough. So he fouls it into the dirt right in front of him. 1-2. Jolts down the line. It's bobbled. And then picked up for the out for the first baseman. The White Sox down to their final out. Well struck by Jolts. Here's Mark Canha.
Right fielder, Mark Canha.
The announcer's saying Canha, so I'm going to say Canha from now on. Mark Canha now in. 556 OPS on the season. There's a strike in from Harvey. Number 9 hitter, if he could just turn the lineup card over, get hit by a pitch or something. Could take. Maybe take a walk.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Back in 2019, Canha was a great player with the A's. Then he went to the Mets and was solid. Swing and a miss. That was absolute witchcraft.
1 ball, 2
Looked like it was right down the middle, then it dipped about 3 feet into the dirt. Canha swings and misses 1-2. Fouls away the fastball to stay alive. 1-2. Canha, this game's going to be over. Right into right field. The right fielder doesn't even have to move a step. The D-backs get the win because we stink. And it's another win for the D-backs. Another loss for the Sox. Hunter Gaddis takes the L. Hunter Harvey with his second save of the season. Shout out to him. We're 42-66, just moments before the deadline. Rangers get Porter Hodge, that's big. Braden Montgomery's out, Paredes is back. We're signing draft picks. All right, Johnny Waylock, $9.32 million. You still don't want it. How about you, sir? You don't want it either. How about you, sir? I interest you in $1 million. You don't want $1 million. This is absolute tomfoolery. The Reds want to offer me a deal. That's not my style. Nope. We're just going to go right. Corey Jolts is injured. Today's the deadline to sign draft picks. Wow. Okay. I think Fletcher Haskin, maybe? Yeah, Hudson Haskin's going to be the call-up. He is returning to big leagues. And we might just have him playing against righties. Thias, actually. Thias play the outfield? Again. We'll do... Yeah, we're going to do Haskin. Actually, we need a third baseman. Can't Vaughn play third? Doesn't say he can. Teal can't play third. Who can play third? I guess Maton. Yeah, Haskins can come out. We're gonna throw Lennon Sosa. God, Sosa's so bad. Yeah, actually, we're gonna make a change. Lennon Sosa's going down to AAA. Sucks, too bad. Angel Martinez has been on a cold streak. So we're calling him up. Angel Martinez. Welcome to the squad. He's third baseman. And here against lefties, we'll throw him in, as well as Hudson Haskin in left field. That'll be the lineup. Here the lineup will look something like this. Teal batting 8th, even though he's been awful. How have my pitchers been doing? Paddock is still, yep. Thorpe is awful. Oh my god. I need better starters. I gotta look at AAA. Somebody's sure. Freelander hasn't been particularly good. Grant Taylor. Peyton Palante has been the best player down there. I kind of want to reward him. No, Juan Corella. Juan Corella's coming up to the big leagues. I'm gonna send Drew Thorpe on a figure it out mission down to Triple. Or maybe Hagen Smith was the play. Either way, Corella will start just to shake things up here in the month. of August. Oh, God. Okay, sign draft picks. Take all my money, and you still won't be signing with us. Buy it. So we didn't sign the guy. All right, Bayek. You want $1 million? Thank you. Marine. 700K. Take it. Kingman. Take it. And then Flutie. Take it. He didn't want it. Wow, that's crazy. So we don't sign our best freaking prospect, Johnny Waylock, who isn't as good as freaking Whaley, but still sucks. Jonathan Cannon is back. Now I take a look at how Juan Corella hasn't pitched yet. Let's take Hyro out, and we'll send Hagen down. Hagen's going on a figure-it-out mission to AAA. Bullpen, Cousins, Rogers, Kunal, Murphy, Miller, Cano, and Gaddis are all really good. We are undefeated here in the month of August. Base is Jack for Andrew Vaughn. Our big bopping all-star that consistently has an OPS that begins with a 6. Series at a 7-10.
First baseman Andrew Vaughn.
Top of the 7th, bases loaded for Vaughn. Absolutely pulverized foul. Good take.
That's a ball.
1-1. Andrew Nardi in the bullpen, the left-hander. Supposing if it gets to the switch hitter Victor Caratini, he'll be... Oh my God, that was terrible. I hate the sweeper. Hardest pitch to hit in this game, hands down. Ambushing outside. Calvin Fauncher is the pitcher. 1-2. Up the middle. Vaughn with the base hit. We're going to wave a man home. He's going to be safe. It's a 2 RBI single for Vaughn. The game is tied. Martinez scores the tying run. Here comes Kyle Teal. Teal, it's an absolute bomb, but it's foul. Teal, 1 for 3. 586 OPS this year. Hasn't been a great rookie year for one of our top prospects. Teal, well struck. That's going to be a base hit. Runner holds up at second, and the White Sox take the lead here in the 7th. Big hit for Teal. We go to the bullpen. It's Christian Scott. Here comes Maton, the lefty. Nick Maton, 1 for 3 today. Fouls that one away, and don't even look at where the PCI was. 0-1 to Maton. Drop the PCI again. 0-2. Maton with a pair of foul balls. Good take.
1-2.
7th hitter. Don't know why on earth Teal was hitting ahead of him. That one is rolled over to first base. The throw to the pitcher, race to the bag, and he's going to be out. Scott wins the race, and we lead 5-4. Here we are going to continue simulating. Marlins have bases jacked. 9th inning, Marlins have bases jacked. All right, we're going to pitch to Elias Diaz. Ball 1. That one is ripped. Come on, Burleson. Gun him down. Nope, we lost the game. We lost the game because our DH was in the outfield. All right, so we lose another one. This time it's to the stupid Marlins. Cano goes 2 innings for some reason. Sometimes the Just the logic in this game is so awful. Christian Scott goes 2 1/3, like no-hit baseball. We're 44 and 69, not nice. We win 1-0. Chris Paddock is back. Bases jacked against Elvis Peguero. It's a pitcher I'd like to have. I think I tried to sign him or something.
Now
Here's
batting, third
Senzel,
baseman,
778
Nick
OPS this year,
Senzel.
hitting strictly against lefties. Right now he's hitting against a righty. And we don't want that. He's playing third base, so we have nobody who can play third base. Nice. Smile. Bases jacked for Senzel, who has like 30 contact against righties. And he pops it up. Yeah. Fouled away in foul territory. It's going to be caught. Nothing here off this bases loaded opportunity for the White Sox. Here we got a chance. Top of the
Now
ninth.
batting, left
Here's
fielder,
Hudson Haskin, the rookie. Runner on second. We're down by a run. Good take.
Outside.
Down 1-0. Go-ahead run is at the plate. Down to our final out. Good take. 2-0. Haskin making the pitcher work here. Nardi is the closer. There's a strike. Finally slots in there. Haskin didn't even make an effort. It's 2-1 now. Hudson Haskin pokes this one into center. That's going to be the game. Center fielder only had to take one step. It's caught, and we lose. Juan Corella, though, what an outing. 5 innings, 1 run, gets tagged with the L. Ryan Weathers goes 6 of shutout ball. Juan Corella, not a bad first start in his MLB career. Had 8 bullpen appearances last season. Boom, boom, boom. We keep losing. Here we're in fifth. Runners on second and third. We are the worst offense in baseball officially. We have a negative 156 run differential. Here's Angel Martinez. Martinez is 2 for 2. We acquired him at the deadline in the Michael Conforto trade. And look who we're up against. A.J. Puck. Another guy we traded away at the deadline. Got him at the deadline last year, and we pawned him off a year later. Martinez fouls it away. So this would have been a logical at-bat that we would have played at the beginning of the year. It just would have been different. Puck would have been pitching for us. Martinez batting for the Guardians. 2-1 the count now. Martinez 2 for 2. Awaiting the pitch. Fouls that one away, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. No, it will not. Bounces barely into the dugout, out of the reach of first baseman Matt Olson. So it's 2-2 the count. And that one is foul, but it's definitely going to go into the stands. So we'll get another offering from Puck. Good take. 3-2, full count. Top of the order awaiting. That one is hit well, just contact swing. And Harris is going to put it away into the 8th inning. We don't get anything. We're still down by 2. We do lose the game. Holy cow. 12-5. Corella, though, 5 innings, no runs. Corella with 10 innings, 1 run this season. And guess what? He's 0-2. We lose the Nationals because we suck. Prelander Baroa is out. He's a minor leaguer now, I forget. We win a game. We win a couple games. James Outman's out. Yeah, I would like to stop simulating. We're going to call up another player. Not going to be Brian Ramos. Lennon Sosa, been really good down there. Cannot deny that Lennon Sosa's been a pretty good player down there. Dominic Fletcher. Yeah, Lennon's coming back up to the roster. All right, time to view draft picks. Waylock, we don't know, but we got some decent players. Gerald Ferris is at 85 potential, 59 overall. Garrett Bayek's an 82. Carlos Marine was a big get for us. He's far off at 21, but the potential is 89. Phil Kingman, 82, and then Ethan Flutie, we'll never know. For the roster, things are looking fine. Pitching rotation: Paddock, Martin, Elder, Cannon, Corella. Corella is 0-3 with a 2.84 ERA. That is insane. Cannon has been a pleasant surprise after being so god-awful last year. Elder's been good. Martin's been our best pitcher all year. And then Paddock is starting to catch fire, but he's still not what I paid $15 million for. Iriarte's been terrible. And then Cousins, Rogers, not Kunal. Kunal's actually cold. Murphy's cold as well. So I think Joel's gonna go back down to AAA, because I know we got plenty of AAA pitchers that are pitching well. Paredes is one of them. Greg Knapp has been insane. We can pull Steven Wilson back up. I feel like that's a pretty easy solution. Steven Wilson coming back up to the majors. Welcoming him back. He was a pleasant surprise for us last season. So maybe he'll do so again this year. As for who's coming into the lineup, Canna? He's kind of garbage. How's Haskin doing? Haskin's not much better. But, like, oh, God, I don't know, man. I guess we'll do Canna because he's a better fielder. And we'll do Whaley, goes back to second. Whaley is doing a lot better recently. 802 OPS. He's having a heck of a year. Actually, he's been insane. He is a 3.4 win player at 18 years old. Robert just sucks, though. Burleson's been cold. Vaughn has been freezing cold. Caratini has been freezing cold. Maton's been hot. Teal's been bad, and then Angel Martinez has not been bad. He's not been good, though. This will be the lineup. I feel like this is a very solid group of players. Go to here against lefties. Lemon Sosa should definitely be playing. I'm going to say over Angel Martinez. So then we'll have Sosa batting here at 7th. 66 ABs, we've had like the worst hitter in baseball. Hopefully Sosa can turn that around. I'm going to try and sim over to September call-ups. We win another game. It hasn't been a bad month for us. As soon as I say that, we start losing all over the place. Move in. Arias is no longer injured. Outman is still hurt. Baldwin. Okay, here is September call-ups. We'll call up one pitcher and one batter. Pitcher, I don't even think Drew Thorpe deserves a call-up again. Neither does Hagen Smith. Maybe Freelander. Grant Taylor might finally get his chance. Corella has been really good. He's 0-4, but a 3.38 ERA. I mean, the fifth doesn't like him at all. What did the fifth think about... I know it didn't like Freelander. It didn't like Hagen Smith. Jonathan Cannon, I don't even want to know why I'm looking at him. I know the FIP hates him, but he's pitching well, so. FIP liked Thorpe the most, and then Hyro. Oh god, Hyro stinks, man. I think, like, Greg Knapp. Greg Knapp needs to go on a 40-man. This is like a guy who I don't think he is even real. He's been shoving. Absolutely shoving in AAA. He's going to come up. I think Joel probably was the play, but we'll leave him down for now. 6'15" FIP does not deserve to be in the bigs. Edgar Caro, maybe, is a call-up. Corey Lee. Gabriel Arias, probably the guy. Yeah, Gabriel. Gabriel Arias is the batter that's going to come up. I think Baldwin can stay in triple. This is fine. Lineups, I don't think Arias comes in anywhere. Maybe here for Angel Martinez. Yeah, he's going to come in here for Angel. At third. Haskin is red hot. Yeah, he's been killing it. You're coming in for Montana against righties. Haskin is going to be the left fielder, Teal and right. Haskin's been killing it. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, there's going to be the lineup. Rotation. Knapp and Iriarte are long relievers. That's fine. Yeah, the rotation looks a lot better now with Torella doing well and having like Hagen Smith and Drew Thorpe out. Oh my God, are we going to win a game? We have 29 players in the active roster. Who just came back? The batter, right? Oh, it's Colson. Freaking Colson Montgomery is back. We'll send down Angel Martinez, who's stinking. We win! Oh my God. Nick Maton's out. So we're going to call maybe Angel, maybe Miguel Vargas back up. I feel like, or maybe, no, Baldwin's been kind of bad. Yeah, I think we'll call Miguel Vargas. I think it's time for a Miguel Vargas return to the majors. 42 ABs wasn't terrible. He's kind of triple. Who do I think comes in here against righties? Arias? Yep, Gabriel Arias is going to be the guy. We'll play third. Montgomery will play short. Whaley will play second. Arias will play third. That's fine. I like that. And then with the lineup, we'll do something like... God, Arias is so bad. So is Montgomery. Askin here, Montgomery, Arias, Teal. And against lefties, we throw Senzel, of course, in the lineup as a DH. Yes, as a DH. Go back third. Sosa, who's still bad, but get better. Then it's Haskin. He's been crazy good in 60 at-bats. Then it's Montgomery. Then it's Kana. Yeah, that's the team. 54 and 88. We're going to enter the game. Jamal Whaley at the plate, trying to finish out what's been an up-and-down season for sure.
Now,
Strikeouts and a ground out today against the Yanks. Ian Hamilton on the mound. Down by a run. This would be so clutch. Fouls away the slider. Down the line, it's foul. 0-2 to Whaley. That one's well hit. Into left field, it's going to get down. Runner heads home. The throw is offline. And that's the second time today I've hit a perfect right to shortstop for an out. Are we going to win? Are we going to beat the Yankees? Nope. All right, 10th inning. 10th inning after the sac fly by Bellinger to send us to extras. Here's Vaughn. Runners on second and third. Fernando Cruz on the mound. Vaughn is 2 for 4. Swing and a miss. The splitter has Vaughn waving way out front. Good take by Vaughn. That one should have been a strike. Over half that baseball was in the strike zone, or just about half. Split in half by that top bit of the zone right here. However, we'll take that call 1-1. That one's a strike. 1-2. Yankee fans up to their feet. And Vaughn gets a piece of the splitter. Second time he's chased that below the zone. However, this time he gets a piece of it. 1-2. Good take. 2-2. Cruz and Vaughn battling here. Cruz at 31 pitches. Oh my goodness. Andrew Vaughn is 3 for 5. That one 158-foot bomb for our one and only All-Star. White Sox lead 7-4. Oh my goodness. We might beat the Yankees.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher is Jordan Montgomery.
number
Top of the order, or
52.
not top of the order. I'm just used to Luis
Jordan
Rivera hitting high.
Montgomery!
Here's Rivera, 1 for 4. And he pokes one. This one could get down, but Judge is backpedaling and he'll make the play. 2 away here in the top of the 10th as Rivera Jr. is retired. Here comes Kyle Teal, who's 2 for 4 with a homer. Probably his best game at the MLB level. The youngster. Teal fouls away the curve. Montgomery is not a fast pitcher, but just a few years ago he was one of the best in baseball. Showed off during the postseason, got himself a ring. Teal pulverizes that into left. It is gonna get down. Teal, go back. Retreats, but he's got a single. He's also 3 for 5. And we have another runner aboard here in the top of the 10th. Here's the ninth hitter, Gabriel Arias. Arias hitting just 129 this year. He's been hurt for most of the year. And when he does play, he's awful. He hit this one on the ground to shortstop. They'll fire back to first. Arias is out. And both runners will go in scoring position. Now a single from Volpe ties the game. Pops this one up. Long way to run for Robert, and he will not make the catch. There's the single that's going to tie it, and the Yankees will make us play on.
1 ball, no strike.
10th, but the 3-run homer by Vaughn was not enough to put out the Yankees. Here we are, Vaughn again, trying to be the hero. 2 runners aboard here in the 12th. It's Whaley, and then on second, it's like Burleson. Vaughn, 3 for 5. Power swing. It might be a double play this time. And it is. Well struck, but Vaughn rounds into 2. And we go to the bottom of the 12th, where the Yankees have Jason Dominguez to play. Oh, God. That's the game. He absolutely pinked them. 111 off the bat. That is crushed. The Yankees walk it off the NER for no. I don't even want to know how far that baseball was hit. But it was crushed. And now the Sox lose that one. There's a thriller. Miller gets the L. Dominguez, player of the game. Montgomery goes a very strong 2 2/3 of 1 hit, no strikeout ball. But Teal, Whaley, and Vaughn all get homers. All right, we start winning. Cam Boozer got claimed. Gonna keep Maton on the NL. We win. We're winning some games here. Keep winning. Oh no, Jamal Whaley is out for the season. Time to call up some players. Caratini is also hurt. Corey Lee will return. Or no, not even Lee. You don't even need. Don't need Corley. We'll go Angel, right? Vargas hasn't even played yet since we called him back up. Baldwin. Call Baldwin up. Hate to steal one of our best AAA players during the playoffs, but it is what it is. And we also need to call up another batter. And with that, I think we'll go Angel Martinez. Who comes in against righties? With Bias. Bias is the catcher. And then Baldwin at second. We let Sinzel play against righties because he's been so good. No, he's just against lefties. Strictly against lefts. Alright, so then the second hitter, Askin is still playing well. So, yeah, this lineup looks bad. Arias stinks. Keel's not as good as we thought, but he's a bit better. Montgomery stinks. Wow, this lineup is awful. This lineup is legitimately terrible with all these injuries. Is Thias the number 2 hitter? No. We'll go Haskin hits second. And then, like, Thias 5th, Baldwin 6th, Montgomery 7th, Arias 8th, Teal 9th. Here against lefties, I want to see Martinez, and then I suppose the catcher is Teal. And then Martinez is the third baseman. Then the lineup, Sosa bats second. And it's like batting 5th is Haskin, batting 6th. Montgomery batting 7th, Anna batting 8th, Martinez batting 9th, Teal, that's fine. Pitching rotation. Corella's been a good player, man. Like, he's been doing it. He's been doing it well. Cannon, Elder, Martin's been a great pitcher all year. Paddock is red hot. Paddock is doing kind of what I was hoping he'd do. Cousins, Rogers, Wilson's been bad. He's going to go down to the end of this year. Sorry, man. Steven Wilson going down to AAA. Call Joel back up. He'll finish the season out with the team. And I think, yeah, we'll go here. And then we'll play this. Actually, we have no reason to. We're just going to end the year. Actually, we have a chance to walk it off, the final game of the season. Ended on a good note. We've had a great last month.
Now batting, center fielder, Nick Senzel.
Here's Nick Senzel against a right-handed pitcher. We know this story, but for some reason I want to leave him in. Okay.
One ball. No
All right,
strike.
on second thought, I don't want this guy hitting against a righty. You know what? How about Miguel Vargas? Here comes Miguel Vargas to pinch hit.
Number 21, Miguel Vargas.
Good take. Vargas, I know he doesn't have great contact against righties, but his clutch is better. Vargas fouls that one away. 2-1. Matt Brash on the mound. I'd say a single possibly wins this game for Miguel. That one is sharply hit foul. 2-2. Vargas coming out swinging these last 2 pitches. He's only hit fouls. Wow, that is called a strike. Vargas can't believe it. He's staying there to argue with the ump, but he's called out on strikes. Absolute pain. Here's Brooks Baldwin. Game is in the hand of Baldwin, who's 1 for 4. Swing and a miss. The slider Has Baldwin swinging. Anybody we could pinch hit with. Nope, not really. Brash is going to... Baldwin's just going to have to clutch up. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Baldwin with two swing and misses. And both have been pretty pitiful. 0-2. Baldwin. Good take. 1-2. Taken all the way. Brash at 18 pitches. Even if we don't score here, which we might, that one's in the gap and this game's over. Brooks Baldwin has walked it off for the White Sox. Colson Montgomery scores the game winner. And here in game number 162, the Chicago White Sox are victorious. Senzel, Martinez, Baldwin, and Haskin all with 2-hit games. 12 hits overall for the Sox. And we finished the year 65-97. Time to take a look at the team, how everybody did. Caratini got hurt a couple times, but in 88 games, this guy was a beast. 304 average, 795 OPS, 4-win player in 88 games. He was by far one of our best. Kyle Teal, 85 games, 297 ABs, not great, 621 OPS, negative 1-win player. Wasn't a great defensive outfielder, better at catcher. Bias, 96 games, or 96 ABs, that is, in 29 games. Just one more than he had last year. Was not near as good of a hitter, mainly for average, 619 OPS, negative win player. Corey Lee, 93 at-bats, 26 games, 443 OPS. This guy stunk. He was a better defender than he was last year. Vaughn played in 158, 694 OPS. He's the same, usually bad player he always was. Tied his career high with 21 homers. He had 18 doubles, 4 triples. I'd say he was just ever so slightly better than he was last year. Only a negative .9 WAR instead of a negative 1. Second base, Arias was so god-awful. This guy stinks. 143 ABs in 42 games. He was hurt, but a 427 OPS and a negative 1.4 WAR. I mean, there's no... he's B potential. He should be good, but he's not. 109 ABs for Sosa, very similar story. 455 OPS. We got to be parting ways with this guy soon because he's been a negative 2-win player over the past 2 years. He's got hurt a lot. Angel Martinez came over at the deadline, came up 97 ABs. Was not good. 542 OPS, negative 1-win player. Miguel Vargas, 43 ABs, 678 OPS. You know, he was here, that's for sure. Senzel, 206 ABs. Most of them are all against lefties. 783 OPS. That's what he does. He hits lefties. .7 WAR. Can't play defense. Whaley up until the end was amazing. 146 games. 553 ABs. 33 doubles. 4 triples. 21 homers. Didn't walk at all. Or walked a ton, actually. 72. I was looking at his stolen bases walks. 72 walks. 24 stolen bases. Super disciplined at just age 18. 259, 447, 792 OPS. He was a 4.4 win player playing very solid defense. Hopefully this injury does not slow his development at all because he is really good. 80 games for Colson Montgomery, and he was terrible. 573 OPS. Positive win player because he's elite defensively. Brooks Baldwin came up. 205 at-bats, 50-something games, 607 OPS. Nothing special. He was a negative win player, not good defensively. Nick Maton, before he got hurt, was one of our better hitters, but still had a slugging percentage that began with a 3. 123 games for Maton, 251, 336, 396, 732. Better than he was last year by quite a bit, and possibly even returning next season. Terrible defensively, though. Actually awful. Corey Julks got hurt, but in 63 games, just 4 less at-bats than he had last year, had double the home runs, 673 OPS was a bit better, got better defensively, .2 WAR. Outman, 62 games, split between the Dodgers and us, mainly just good walking, 735 OPS, really, inflated by that walk rate, 1.4 WAR inflated by the defense, but we'll take it, see what we have in him next year for sure. Robert Jr. had a second straight year of, or third straight year of just being god awful. 26 homers, but a 214 average, not walking at all, striking out a ton. But, he's playing good defense, 2.1 win player. I suppose we'll take it. He's just not getting any better. And then none of these guys played. Dominic Fletcher was a guy who got up for 10 ABs last year, didn't play this year. Burleson, 145 games. He's a guy we signed for real cheap. And, for what we got him for, 20 homers, 67 RBIs, 748 OPS. With a .6 WAR, not bad. You'll take it from your DH, corner outfield guy. Hudson Haskin really showed some flashes. The guy we got back from the Orioles, we were able to play pretty well with. Negative WAR, though, because he played terrible defense. Mark Canna, hopefully this guy's career is over. Age 37, just did not look good. 568 OPS, negative 1.7 WAR, yeesh, in 229 games. And that's it. We forgot to look at the pitchers. Chris Paddock ended the year on an amazing note. 22 games, don't care about the win-loss record, but got injured, but then he was great. 3.44 ERA, better whip than last year. The WAR was good. The FIP was around where it was, not walking anybody. Bryce Elder came over and was very mid. 4.19 ERA on the season overall. It's about what he had with the Braves as well. Iro was terrible. All the promise he showed last year just looked sucked out of him. And in literally the exact same sample, he was a .6 win player last year, negative .6 guy this year, starting to think he's just bad. But at age 24 and with B potential, and he's already up here as a top-rated pitcher on the team, hopefully he does well. Davis Martin was a starter all year long and was just like last year. Solid player. Gave up way too many home runs. Actually, not that many, but he gave up a lot of home runs. That was a strength of his in previous years because he walks a lot of people. He just didn't look as good this year, but the ERA was better than expected. The FIP didn't really like him. 18 games started, 19 games for Drew Thorpe. He sucked. 3 straight years of Drew Thorpe just being garbage. We've gotten 261 innings of a 5.44 ERA, 5.12 FIP, Drew Thorpe. Freelander Baroa was not good. 33 games, 2 of them started, 5.74 ERA, 0.1 WAR. Jonathan Cannon was okay, 22 games, all of them started, 4.07 ERA. FIP didn't like him, 0-win player. Hagen Smith came over. He played 18 games, started 13 of them. He didn't look good, 5.08 ERA. But at just 22 years old, you got to give him some more credit. Juan Corella came up, 10 games, all of them started. He looked elite, 3.21 ERA, 1.17 WHIP. FIP didn't like him as much, which makes me think he won't be able to continue that success. But at least we're living in the now. Yenier Cano had his 4th straight year with 30-plus holds, split between Baltimore and us, 3.25 ERA. He's on a very team-friendly contract, making less money every year. Shelby Miller, for the 1-year rental that he was great. 80 games, 35 holds, and a 3.24 ERA. Or 3.43 ERA. I mixed the ERA and the WHIP. Not bad, not good. Well, not bad, not elite, but certainly not bad. Cousins pitched in 68 games. Certainly a good Rule 5 get. 3.33 ERA. FIP liked him a little worse. Struck out a ton of guys. Murphy cooled off at the end. Didn't use him as much as the other guys. Still got 24 holds, though. He was a negative win player. Tyler Rogers finished strong. 2nd straight season, playing in over half. 84 games last year, 83 this year. 114 innings pitched. My goodness, what a Chad out of the bullpen. You call his name, and he's going to be pitching. Obviously, he has the crazy, weird pitching style, but he was crazy good. Doesn't walk anybody. Greg Knapp came up, 3 games, whatever. Steven Wilson, 15 games. Was not good. Lost all the magic that he kind of had last year. Though the FIP did like him, and I think that was it for the guys we used out of the bullpen that weren't closers. Hunter Gaddis, 61 games, 33 saves. And boy, was he good. 2.96 ERA, 1.03 WHIP. I think we might have ourselves a long-term closer here, folks. Joel Kuhnel Very similar sample size to last year, was not as good. Still walking just too many players. Gave up a lot more home runs this year. Everything really fell apart. Anoli Paredes, 10 and 2/3 innings. He was whatever. Fifth liked him a lot better than he actually played, so maybe he's a good player. But that's the team. We're going to send to the postseason. And then we're going to send to the offseason, where the Diamondbacks win the World Series. Here's retirements. We do have one guy. Never heard of him. Albert Suarez. No. Garrett Cole calls it quits a little bit early. 75 overall, age 36. I feel like he had a lot left in him. I feel like he certainly had a lot left in him. Yu Darvish calls it quits at 40. Gets that 2,000 strikeout milestone, then calls it quits. Kershaw calls it a career at age 38. He also got his 3,000 strikeout as a Dodger last year. Wasn't terrible as a Blue Jay even. Tucker Barnhart, Nathan Eovaldi. His career is over. He was pretty shot by the end of it. Jordan Lyles, his career is done. Finally, I feel like he's just the same awful number 5 starter for the worst team in the league every year. Yasmani Grandal, after going from Chicago to Pittsburgh, back to us, and then back to Pittsburgh's minor league system, he calls it quits. Austin Nola's career is over. He didn't play. And then that's going to be it for the starters. So Kershaw and Scherzer, Hall of Famers. And then we're going to negotiate with our free agents. Caratini, I want to make an offer. I think 4 years is kind of outrageous. 2 years at 13 mil is something I'm willing to make. Shelby can walk. Vaughn, I think Vaughn, like, if he wants to come back for 1 year, 4.5 million, I'll bring him back. Rogers, I mean, he's 36. He doesn't want a lot of money. Maybe he's a guy we explore with later. Not paying Senzel, not paying Canna either. Need a hitting coach. Richard Lee, I will pay you anything, good sir. He accepts our offer. All right, and here we're going to offer free agents. Right now, the lineup looks like this. Yeah, we need everything. We need literally anything. I think we're a lot better pitching team than we are hitting, but we also need relievers and a starter. We need a lot in free agency, and frankly, I'm going to take a look at our budget. Why is Whaley in the minors? Why is Outman in the minors? Oh, because they were first. That's right. Call up Thorpe. We'll call up everyone on the 40-man. That's what teams do in the offseason. Martinez. All right. We're going to look at a budget. We have $96 million to spend. That's a lot of money. We could bring home Garrett Crochet, Tariq Skubal, Chaz Chisholm. Now that's all too much money. Let's look at the guys we could actually pay. Maybe Brandon Woodruff. I'm willing to do a deal with Brandon. Yeah, I'm willing to make a deal with Brandon Woodruff. I don't know if he is priority 1, but he is now. All free agents we're going to go over to, like, First base. I know we could use a first baseman. I would not mind at all paying Pete Alonso. And then Ha-Sung Kim, Bohm, Chisholm, J.P. Crawford, asking for a little too much money. Big Jock, maybe. Bellinger, Bader. Robles asking for too long. We get Chaz McCormick. Don't feel like I'd be opposed to that. Adolis Garcia. I mean, yeah. Adolis Garcia. Lock in those changes. Sim to our next free agency mark. Yep. And we're going to look at free agency. I think Adolis Garcia is a guy I'm willing to offer exactly this. 2 years, $9.5 million a year. I'm going to send him that deal. Shane Bieber's a Royal. Varsho is a Guardian. Bubic is a Brave. Garcia says that's not quite what he's looking for. Bohm goes back to the Phillies. Okay, I'll up Garcia to 6.78 or 9.78 million a year. See if he likes that. Send to our next free agency period. See if there's anybody else who needs to be on the 40-man. Doesn't really look like it. Maybe Caro. Maybe Schultz, but also like not really. We'll go Edgar Caro. He's the only guy I'm going to add to the 40-man. Send to my next free agency day. Ha-Sung Kim is a Brave. Or Sim again. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I haven't offered arbitration at all. Gaddis is going to get... Gaddis is going to get Gaddis stuff. Outman, I don't want to make an offer. I just want arbitration. For Outman, I'll offer like $1 million. Because I do want to kind of win some of these. Martin, I feel like 780 is fine. Cleat King, do I want a 1v1? Not really. Elder, this is fine. Cousins, 780 better be enough. Murphy was terrible last year. Schultz is also not a good player. Thias kind of sucks, man. I'm willing to get... I mean, Thias is like an $800,000 player at best. Sosa sucks, yeah. Wilson stinks. Maton, I feel like he was worth like $1 million. I feel like they'll side with me. Oh no, Anderson is like bad. All right, we're going to offer a contract to Pete Alonso. You know, I'll do 3 years. I'll do that. I'm willing. He's 32. I'll do 2 years. You'll have to overpay a bit. 14.93. Come on. Come to Chicago, please. Nope, he's a Baltimore Oriole. I'm dead inside. Why on earth is De'Aaron Blanco? What is this guy talking about? I didn't even offer him. Yes. Okay. Only Andrew Vaughn is here. Someone please explain to me what happened to Adolis Garcia. I don't know. I'm dead inside. Okay. So now we go to the Daniel Lowe, Luisa Rise. Vaughn kind of wants to sign, so I'll remove a Rise for now. Look at starting pitchers because apparently, wasn't I going to offer? I was going to offer Woodruff, wasn't I? Woodruff, and then I was going to go. I need a catcher. No, I don't. Not really. Berrettini, keep him on there. Vaughn, I was going to offer that deal 1 year. 1 year, if you're willing to do that, I'm fine with bringing you back, man. Still doesn't like it. Tender contracts, Whaley. Make an offer. $10 years. Actually, let's go to 1 year, like 1 year. How does a $200 million deal sound to you, sir? About a 9-year deal? Will you do that? Actually, let me just renew the contract. Because I'm just going to renew contracts because everybody has to be renewed by tomorrow or they become free agents. Cannon, Teal, Freelander, Evan Smith, Wilson Montgomery, Greg Knapp, Good Lord, how many of these guys do we have? They're all like so young. Why? I wish there was like a way to Make this less tedious and boring and like select like renew for previous salary. I do like that these guys get cheaper and cheaper every year. These guys are making very odd amounts of money. Minor Arias. This guy's name is too good to not bring him back. Adam Hackenberg can just go. So can Mason Adams. Isaac Keith is going to stay. And then Francisco Arturo will stay. But all these guys can go. Alright, I'll give you the 2. Here, Woodruff, give you the 15. Lock in these in advance. Hopefully Woodruff actually pulls the trigger. Some winter meetings. Giants want to trade me something. I'm not good with that. Contract decision for Woodruff. And he is a White Sox. Brandon Woodruff. Welcome to the squad. Okay, and Vaughn still sucks. Yeah, this is all I'm gonna give you, pal. You get a reliever. Kevin Ginkel really that good? Joe Jimenez? Pete Fairbanks? Ooh, Miguel Castro. Jose Leclerc. See if I can't get Dennis Santana. Andrew Vaughn, contract decision. And he's back. Good to see it. Time to sim to Rule 5. Simulate the draft lottery because nobody cares. And we're going to talk to free agents. No thanks. Victor Caratini. That's what you want? 1 year, 7.5? Heck yeah, I'll give that to you. We're definitely not going to say yes, but whatever. We could use another position player. How about Dylan Moore? I feel like that's a sneaky little pickup right there. Edward Julian? Why do I feel like this would be a crazy get? Yeah, let me get Edward Julian. Go 1 day, Rule 5 draft. This is always a big time of the year for us terrible teams. We're going to pick a player. Randy Dobnak is here every year. This Patrick Monteverde guy doesn't look too bad. Jason Junk. Any new players? Victor Gonzalez is always here. His 90 hits per 9 is usually something nice. Wandy Peralta, 35. Tony Gonsolin. I feel like he's a better starter. What's he getting paid? Not much. They have catchers. Jason DeLay is old. Am I in and out of the stream because my Rangers are on? You're good, man. Y'all up against the Rockies, though, so. Benintendi's a minor leaguer. Josh Palacios. Yeah, I think we're going to go Dawson. sim a day. Sim to arbitration hearings. Victor Caratini is in a decision, and he's back. We're going to look at the 40 man. Somebody's got to go. I'm just going to trade one of my catchers. Probably both Bias and Lee need to go. I'm going to shop Lee. Who's somebody that actually like needs a catcher? Y'all are fine. The Rays could use one. Jays need a catcher bad. I feel like I'll do this deal with the Jays. Get a reliever. Ryan Burr. No, he's not signed to a contract. Yariel Rodriguez is making so much money. Why? Jake Bloss. Won't do that. Adam Macko you won't do. We'll do Richard Gallardo. That's it. How about Khalil Sweet? Catcher. I mean, the Tigers need a catcher. Hey, the Rangers need one. Rangers really need one. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a deal we make with the Rangers. Like, are you willing to give me Dustin Harris? You're almost there. I kind of like a reliever more. The idea of getting like a Mark Gomes. You're willing to do that. Can I get two pieces out of this? I can get two 19-year-old relievers. Can I get all three? No, I can't. Can I get myself another decent prospect out of this? Good question. I doubt it, right? There's Robert Moore. He's a Rule 5 pick. Strikeout for Jack. Let's go. Thomas Piedra. Oh, no. Okay, we were going to the Rangers. And we're going to give you guys Mr. Corey Lee. And y'all were willing to hand over Jack Leiter, right? No. Emilio Teodo. Can I make this deal work? Could I give you guys like an aging, like a Trey McGow? Yeah, it's done. Boom, thanks. Done deal. And 40-man roster, who's going off? It's clearly Brian Ramos. Go to arbitration hearings. We're going to offer free agents today. We'll look for more players to sign. Tyrone Chaz McCormick. Sammy Siani, I know, has like great defense. You know, he wouldn't be a bad player to have. I'll look at relievers. I feel like Jose Alvarado is worth the money at that point. The sim to arbitration. Devin Williams is an Oriole. We're going to offer free agents. Not interested in Freddie Peralta. Edward Julian. We'll do that. Sim in 41 days. Edward Julian is not a White Sox just yet. We're going to offer free agents yet again. Dennis Santana. I'll stamp it with, we'll do 1 year at $5 mil. And for Julian, we'll do, I think I'll do 3 years. I think that's a fine deal for him. He's beat potential, so maybe he turns into something. Offering Jose Alvarado I'll stamp that 2 years, 8 million a year. If he decides to, it's fine. If not, I'm gonna close my eyes because for whatever reason the animations give it away. And we didn't get him. The Royals end up signing him. Here's a decision for Edward Julian. And he's a White Sox. Good to see that. We have another thing we can do with the 40-man. We got to send Miguel Vargas off the roster. We're going to send to free arbitration hearings, that is. Decision for Santana. He is indeed a White Sox. We will also remove somebody from the 40-man. This is hard to do before doing my manual development. But I feel like Steven Wilson's going to go. Dominic Fletcher. Goodbye, Dominic. Arbitration hearings. Scooball is a Met. We're going to offer free agency yet again. I think that's all. I think that's all I want to do with free agency. Take a look at the lineups. We obviously still want Whaley. We want Outman still on the lineup somewhere. Who else? Teal. Teal stays in here. Julian can hit pretty well against righties. Probably over Baldwin. Aton. He's a 48-65. That's like a 113. Or yes, he's probably better than Montgomery. Didn't Caratini sign? Maton is coming in for actually, I don't know. Hold up, put a pin in that. Am I stupid or is Caratini? Yeah, Caratini's up in the lineup because he is the catcher. And then Maton will play. Can Maton play first? It's definitely can't. Burleson can. Vaughn is our first baseman. Maton is probably over at third. Whaley at short, Burleson the DH, Teal in left, Outman center, and Robert in right. That's fine. Lineup is Robert, Whaley, Vaughn, Burleson. I know it's Robert, Outman, Whaley, Burleson, Vaughn, Caratini, Julian, Maton, and Teal. And against lefties, we want Whaley. Probably still want Outman. Or we want Caratini. Want Maton. Don't want Montgomery. Oh, we also got Adolis Garcia. I had no idea that happened. So against righties, do we want Teal still hitting? What's the story here? I think we don't. Right? 1-0 Rockies. Yikes, man. So yeah, then here Garcia becomes the left fielder. He's getting worse and worse. But then we move him up in the lineup, and this team looks kind of good. Make Garcia the cleanup hitter. Burleson bats 5th. Vaughn 6th. Caratini 7th. This is kind of a good team, man. Who comes out here? It's not Teal. It's gonna be Teal. Teal's coming out for sure. And Adolis Garcia's already in. So Outman, Martina, Julks. Barely have Julks. So then we throw Vaughn, Julks at third, Maton to the DH, Wade at short, Garcia in right, Haskin in left, Robert in center. That's the team. The lineup is likely Robert. Then after that, or Robert is like not bad. So I think here against lefties, the lineup is still something like Vaughn. Yeah, that's the lineup against lefties. And the pitching rotation, Paddock. We don't want you here. We want good old Brandon Woodruff, and I'm going to go to the roster. Relievers, Tony Gonsolin. Edit that guy. Make him a starter. That's what he really is at the end of the day. And he becomes a 79. Look at that. Tony Gonsolin. Woodruff. Who comes out? Martin, Elder, Cannon, definitely. So then Gonsolin is in there. The rotation becomes Paddock still pitches on opening day. Then it's Woodruff. Then it's Martin. Then it's Gonsolin. Then it's Elder. Closer is still Gaddis. Setups are Cano and Santana. Long relievers, Smith, Iriarte, and good old Cannon. Middle relievers, Murphy, I think Corella. Thorpe is here. Instead of here, I want Greg Knapp. I want Corella in the middle. So maybe one more reliever. One more reliever is probably the play. Miguel Castro is the guy I'm looking at. Bruce Dar, Carlos Estevez, even though he's a little old. Bring Puck back. Bring CNL Perez in. Bring Shelby Miller home. Jordan Romano is kind of cheap. But I think I'm willing to pay the extra for Miguel Castro. Send to arbitration hearings. Garrett Crochet is a D-back. They're spending a lot of money. Free agency, Miguel Castro, stamp it, hope he signs. Send to those arbitration hearings, and Miguel Castro is a Brewer. Okay. Well, looks like we'll be offering Jordan Romano after all. Maybe even a closing pitcher like Andrew Wantz, who pitched in 97 games last year. What in the actual? Bring Aaron Bummer home. That would be crazy. Brock Stewart would just have a terrible season. Sir Anthony Dominguez is old. Yeah, I think we're just going to do Jordan Romano for this one. Sim to arbitration hearings. Sim to renewable contracts. The panel signed with Martin. He's going to get a couple million. Julks went with us. Maton, he's going to get $1 million. We're going to offer free agents. Sosa's going to get just the regular. Wilson's going to get 837. Elder's going to get 920. And Romano, we're going to offer just exactly what he's demanding, which I feels like never actually signs him. That makes no sense. Murphy is going to stick with us. Gaddis is making a lot of money. Cousins not making a lot. Anderson's not making a lot. Thias is not making a lot. Unal's not making a lot. Outman is going to make $6.5 million. Good lord. And we'll go to spring training. Jordan Romano, contract decision. He is not quite ready yet. Last big board day, we'll look at Jordan Romano and we will say, hey, pal, here's $3.34 million. Please come sign with my team, my poverty of the franchise. Contract decision. Jordan Romano is finally a White Sox. 41 men on the 40 man. We will send somebody packing. And that somebody, I hate to say it, but Emmanuel Teodo. Sorry, dude. You're going. You're gone. Pitching. Now we are going to take Corella out of this and plug Romano, who is not in the majors for some reason. Welcome to the big leagues, Jordan Romano, former closer. Corella's going out. Romano is the guy. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you really enjoyed. We'll be back for more.